One of the biggest negatives about Aharen-san, if you have been spending time on this channel or you have heard my reviews or my overall thoughts and opinions as we have been reviewing each and every episode, or if it's your first time here, I'm going to tell you one of my biggest pet peeves or one of my biggest faults that I find with Aharen-san tends to be the constant misconceptions that Raidou continues to have for Aharen. He's always imagining that she is some mountaineer that can climb Everest, or a pro fisherman, or a Power Ranger on the weekends. And it never ends up being true. He's always just conjuring up these certain events or these certain things in his mind when he disassociates Aharen doing some kind of action with something or somebody else, right? He sees her putting on the pounds and thinks she must be a sumo wrestler. And these things never come to fruition. Well, finally, in this episode of Aharen, those things happened, and I kind of rolled my eyes. And honestly, they were like the least enjoyable parts of the episode. But this episode, we got a win, and we got a purpose for one of his really dumb thoughts that he had. So prior to their mall date beginning, as he's waiting for Aharen to show up, she showed up really cute, by the way. But as he's waiting for her to show up, he sees on the side of the wall, or he sees it basically, long story short, he sees a big poster. And that big poster has basically Beyblades, like that little, those little toys that kids play with, and I think they have an anime about it. But like those little blades, and they're basically they're just top spinners, but bedazzled and stuff. And people go, or kids, I'm assuming people and kids, they go and they throw it, and they hit each other, and whichever one falls over, I think, wins. There could be more to it. I'm sure there is, but essentially that's kind of what I have in my head when I hear Beyblades or whatever. That's what I imagine. I imagine those little spinners you tie with strings and they hit each other, but they're more than that, okay? So he imagines that she was up all night perfecting her Beyblade, and she was, long, grueling hours practicing, customizing in the shop, just, putting it together. And she ends up showing up looking all cute, looking all delicious, and he immediately is like, "Oh, that's not it. She was just, getting ready." And as their date went on, and obviously, and they didn't know they were on a date until later, when the little girl who always thinks that Aharen's her competition, when she finally calls her out for being on a date, and Aharen overload explodes. But, as their date's going on and they're spending time at the mall and eating and getting ready for the New Year's dinner and spending time, getting boba, getting noodles, all kinds of cool stuff that you do on dates, right? Especially like a mall date. The Beyblade competition comes up, and the kid who is always calling Aharen king challenges Raidou to a competition. He's like, "We're going to enter the competition. We're going to be at 2 brackets, and I'll see you in the finals." And Raidou's like, "See you in the finals, brother." And they lose their first match. A, I thought that was very funny. B, who's the champion? Aharen. And I thought that was freaking hilarious. And Aharen's like, "Why, yes, this is my Beyblade. I was up all night customizing it. I come every year." Little did we know, she's the 5-time champion winner back-to-back, year after year. So Raidou's like, "I knew it." And so for the first time, he conjured up something that ended up being true. So that in itself was absolutely the biggest win. And finally, let's be done with his stupid daydreams that he ends up having. He gotta win finally. So I was definitely excited and not proud, because these are the most sour points of the anime for me. But he finally got a win, so I was like, yes, we're done with that. And that was the moment that I was like, hell yes, let's freaking go. The rest of the episode I thought was really cute. I love that Aharen and Raidou realized by an outside third party that they were, in fact, on a date. They were with each other. They were spending time. That's what they were doing. They had their friends there who are their classmates trying to figure out their relationship. Their relationship is hard to figure out by optics-wise. By optics, I mean just by like looking at them, trying to figure out exactly what they're doing. Because generally, Aharen's always clinging on to him, but it's never in this romantic type sense. It's like it's very hard to explain. So it's natural to see the other characters surrounding them also have trouble describing and deducing what their relationship is, and I find that really interesting. Now, I hope those two, the friends that they have, I hope they get together. Apparently, they're childhood friends, so hopefully it ends up happening for those two. It seems one of them at least has feelings for the other. I'm sure of it. But overall, I'll say this episode, big win for our boy Raidou. Finally, one of his fantasies came true. I love that they showed Aharen, again, as one of his fantasies. He imagined her being robotic. I love the steps that they've been taking. I still don't know what the hell happened with their confession. I don't know what they agreed upon or not agreed upon. But I love that they are now taking steps forward in their relationship, even if they're non-agreeable or non-agreed upon decisions. There's decisions silently being made, like going on dates and stuff, or like when his back was hurting, he had her step on his back. She got all rosed and cheeky about it. She tried to kiss him before the teacher came in. So all those things are just piling up on their relationship, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. At the end of the day, I will say Aharen has been an interesting ride. It will be one of those anime I don't think that I'll definitely return to in the future. If it happens to get does it have a dub? If it has a dub, I might give the dub a rewatch down the line, just to kind of see like how they ended up dubbing it. It does have a dub, so it has an English dub. So I might give the dub a chance, down the line. Just give it like a one binge watch shot. I typically like to do that with English dubs, unless the English dub is bad, which usually is not the case anymore. So I'll definitely give it one shot. But after that, it's probably never watch it again. But good episode. Big Raidou win. And I'm going to leave you guys with those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Aharen-san. Let me know what you think about the champion, the Beyblade champion. And I'm going to see you guys next week for the next episode of Aharen-san as we truck through the final episodes. All right, my friends. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.